If you're in the chat, say hi. And if you can hear me, please let me know. I want to make sure we're not going to have any technical difficulties. Hi, can you all hear me? Oh, perfect. Yes. Hi, Daryl, Martin, David, Eartham, welcome. I'm so excited. Oh, wow. So, Daryl, I see your emoji. I'm not sure. Oh, David, thank you. So am I. I've been wanting to connect with you all for the longest time, but I'm telling you, and I believe you was on the last live I tried to do. I got a little gun shy after that. Tyrone Ward, welcome. Oh, ears. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Daryl. How are you guys doing today? What did you get into this weekend? Anybody do anything exciting? Nothing? Yeah, so I went and got a much needed massage. It's been a while. I was so knotted up, and afterwards, I just came home and fell asleep. It was much needed. Okay, so David, you cleaned house and went grocery shopping. That's awesome. You know what? That's something I need to do. I need to clean out my garage because winter is coming. So I like to try to get ahead of that. Let's see. Health accountability group meeting. Oh, wow. Okay. What is that? Is it like you all are, you have like health goals or something like that? And a group of you get together and like motivate each other. Is that what that is? I've never heard of a health accountability group. That sounds cool. All right. As you enter the chat, if you can say hello, and I would love to know where you're from, where you're tuning in from. That would be awesome. Oh, right on. 5 push-ups today. Okay. You know, I've been doing a really good job being consistent, getting out to the track, but today I was not motivated. The weather looked really great in the beginning, but towards the end of the day, it turned cloudy. So I just kind of lost motivation. All right. Tyrone Ward from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome. Riley's Reality. Hello. Hello. I need to get back to you. Because I think I'm going to join you ladies. All right. So the food vendor out here in Alaska, but I did not get to get out and go. Have you been before? I haven't been before. I drove past it several times. I do think I want to check it out. Another thing I want to do is get down to the Saturday market before they start closing up. I believe they're going to for this year. I think they usually start kind of closing those down in September. So I'm glad they're extending it. Okay, David, you are zooming in from the Denver area. Right on. You know, I love Colorado, and I'm actually thinking about moving to Colorado Springs here in the next couple years. We'll see, though. I'm starting to fall back in love with Alaska, so that's still to be determined. We'll see. Let's see. T. Kingery, I'm probably messing up your last name, but thank you for tuning in. Alan Kingery in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Brazil, what? Oh my gosh, you know what? Brazil is on my bucket list. I am planning a vacation. I was supposed to be in Costa Rica this fall, but we know how all that turned out. but definitely I got to get over to Brazil. I cannot wait. Let's see, Varied Perspectives. Hello, friend. Hello, Varied Perspectives. Thank you for tuning in. Wow, this is so cool. All right, Robert Bailey. Robert, a blast from the past. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. How are you doing? Still pretty as ever. I can hear you fine. All right. Thank you, Robert, for confirming that. That is so awesome. So awesome. All right. Let's see. Riley, you said you're going to try to check them out before they close in September as well. So the food vendors are closing in September or October? Because I think the farmers markets are running until October. Yeah, but I definitely want to try to get out there too. T. Kingery, yep, I am from Palm Springs, California. All right, California's in the house. That is awesome. Did anybody do anything fun and exciting this weekend? I just relaxed. You know, I want to try to get into a few things this coming holiday weekend. I kind of have some things planned that I'm going to capture for you all. I don't want to spoil it. I want to wait. All right, let's see. It looks like we have 12 people in the chat right now. You know, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, that'll kind of give me encouragement and motivation to do more of these lives. So Varied, it looks like you kind of followed the same protocol I did. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. All right. All right. I'll see you later, Riley's Reality. Thanks for tuning in. Cool. You know what? I'm curious to know, you know, where you all are located. Do they still have restrictions in place as far as places you can go? Are you required to wear a mask? What's the situation over there? I know next week they're talking about lifting some of the restrictions so that you can go in and dine, I think, without having to wear a mask, because right now, I don't think they're going to let us hang out in the lobby, but they are going to let more people in because they started shutting things down here. What is the situation where you all are at? And let me know if the music is too loud. Here, I'm going to turn it down a little bit just in case. All right. So do you all have any questions for me? I scheduled a whole hour. Okay, let's see. Dover, Delaware here, mask protocol, social distancing, heavily enforced. Yes, and you know what? The great thing about at least Anchorage is everybody's been pretty much following the protocol. The numbers, of course, went up when they started lifting the restrictions. That's why they kind of put some of them back in place. But people have been really diligent about that. Michael Carson, hey, how's it going? Hey, hey. All right, cool. I was wondering if you was gonna pop in. Let's see, yes, masks are mandatory here. Restaurants are on curfew. Drugstores and markets are on regular hours. Yeah, yeah. The restaurants, I don't think they've really been on a curfew. I know that they shut down the whole dine-in thing for a while, but now they're going to be lifting that starting next week. So that's nice. Michael, I'm good, and you? I'm doing perfect. I'm great. I am so glad that you all are able to hear me this time. So glad. And thank you all for tuning in too. And if you're new and you just so happen to pop into this channel, my name is Terry, and I host this channel, Happy Girl Alaska, where I try to show you Alaska through my eyes, give you my perspective on things. And what I wanted to do tonight is just to connect with those of you who have been following the channel for a while, or maybe you just kind of got on board, And I wanted to hear from you. I want to know what's going on in your lives. I want to be a little bit nosy. So hopefully we'll be able to share a little bit. And I also want to hear from you, get your feedback. What are some things you would like to see? I'm here for all of it. I'll take all of it. Let's see. Yes, you did. Is it Ravina? Yes, you did. You made the live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see. You must be fashion conscious because you are always dressed so well. Oh, thank you, David. I try. I really do love fashion. And when I first started this channel, it was supposed to be a fashion and beauty channel. But I mentioned that I lived in Alaska, and somebody asked me if I would kind of give a tour, and it kind of took off from there. I abandoned the whole fashion thing. I'm hoping to start reintroducing that because I think it might be helpful for folks to know how to dress depending on the weather and the temperature here because it's dry here. So I'm going to try and introduce some of that. Let's see here. Ravina, I miss some Alaska. Yes, I tell you what, I was having this conversation with someone who moved to Seattle probably about a year and a half ago. And he was telling me, he said, you know what, I miss the mountains so much. And I said, you know what, I miss the mountains whenever I leave for vacation. I'm always like looking forward to getting back home because it's just so picturesque. Wherever you look, it's just beautiful scenery. So Ravina, you should visit. I'm telling you. And I don't know how long ago it was that you lived here, but Alaska Anchorage has changed so much. It really has. All right, Robert, I'm good. Has Alaska changed that much? It really has. It really has. And I think you left, was it the late 90s or early 2000s when you left, or maybe the mid 90s? I can't recall. I do plan on coming back to visit. You really should. You really should come back to visit. I think you would be impressed. My parents left back in 2000 and they came back up in 2017 and they were amazed at how much it has changed. They've developed so much of the area, which is a good and bad thing. I just hope we're able to preserve a lot of the natural scenery. Don't cut down all the trees for the sake of building buildings and all that stuff. Let's see. This is a great idea. I noticed that I need to change my Google profile photo. LOL. Oh, yeah. You know what? I change mine every so often. LOL at nosy. Oh, yes. I'm very nosy. And the thing with me is, and people are surprised that I have a YouTube channel because I'm very private, but I love to learn about people, hear about their lives. I'm an information junkie and people interest me, so let's see. I'm working 40 to 50 hours a week. Oh, wow, Michael. My goodness. So it sounds like you're going to be due for a vacation here pretty soon. Wow. Okay. All right. So it looks like we have Lisa. Lisa, hi from Anchorage. Love your channel. Lisa White. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Robert Bay. Oh, you're in North Carolina? Oh, I didn't know you moved to North Carolina. North Carolina is another place that was on my list to possibly move to as well if I leave Alaska. We shall see. Yeah, okay. I've heard a lot of really great things about North Carolina. I wouldn't mind visiting there. Let's see, Ravina, I moved to Seattle. I'm thinking about moving back to Anchorage. I moved to Alaska in 2014 to January 2017. Now in Seattle, I'm going to make my decision in January. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Have you visited since you left, Ravina? Have you been back to Anchorage since you left? I'm curious. Okay, varied perspectives. I left in 2000. It's changed immensely from what I see. It really has. It's changed a lot. And it's a lot more populated here now than it was, I would say, back in 2000 for sure. Let's see. I'm definitely coming back this year. I got 2 weeks left It's use it or lose. Oh my gosh, that's like the worst situation to be in, that use or lose. I hear you. Yes, come back up. And I'm telling you, if you want any recommendations as far as places to visit or restaurants and things like that, let me know. Definitely let me know what time of the year, if you have an idea, so I can kind of start looking ahead of time for you. I'm happy to do that for you. Ravina, I have for the holidays. Okay. Okay, perfect. And you know what? The winters are so gorgeous up here. I love the winters. And that's the one thing I would miss too if I left and moved somewhere where they don't have snow during the winter time. Yeah, I think that would be kind of sad. All right. I'm going to start throwing some questions out here. Um, so I don't know if anyone on here has kids, but how is the whole homeschooling thing going? You know, are you sending your kids back to school yet? Was going to move to Anchorage in October, but have put it off until all the COVID stuff is over. Vacationed in Alaska for 2 weeks last October. Okay. Yeah, you know, with the it's so iffy, right? It's so iffy right now with planning travel, especially planning a move. Most definitely. All right. Yeah, so I'm curious, does anybody on here have kids that are in school? Are you having to send them back to school, or are you kind of doing the whole Zoom homeschooling thing? My daughter has recently graduated from college. Right on. Congratulations for her. That's awesome. Let's see, my godsons are being homeschooled. One is in Alaska, the other two are in San Francisco. Their grandparents in the medical field, so I think they should be good. Okay. Okay, yeah. You know, people up here are still debating as to whether or not they feel comfortable sending their kids to school, you know. I know not everybody is built for that, right? You know, and some people, they're not able to work from home, so it's kind of been a challenge here. It's been a huge challenge actually. And as a matter of fact, my employer sent out a survey because they wanted to kind of get an idea of how folks are feeling about having the ability to homeschool their children, but also having to get their work done. So we'll see how that goes. I want to say all the schools here in Anchorage, at least, public schools are using Zoom. Let's see, Ravina, I feel sorry for parents who are not, yeah, the ones who aren't able to homeschool their kids temporarily. That, I mean, what do you do? What do you send them to the babysitter? And is it the babysitter's responsibility to homeschool your child or your children? Wow. Fifi Moyes, good evening. Good evening. And I probably mispronounced that. I am so sorry. Ravina, yeah. Um, you know, most of the people that I know are able to do their job from home. So that's a blessing, but for those who can't, I don't know, the impacts are just so huge of everything that's happening. Wow. Um, so here's another question I have. Does anyone have future travel plans? You know, either for this year, next year, if you haven't mentioned it already. Michael, I know you said you're trying. Does anybody else have future travel plans? I'm already looking. I'm looking to schedule travel to Costa Rica, hopefully in the spring. And I'm also wanting to go on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise, and I heard they're amazing. So I would love to do that. Let me see here. My mom was on the spectrum, so I know she couldn't. Yeah. Yes, Costa Rica. Oh, Costa Rica. Yeah, Michael. Yep. You too. You too. Ravina, have you been to Costa Rica? I'm trying to recruit some people to come with me for that travel, but you know me, I will go by myself. I will solo travel in a minute. And I read somewhere that it's safe for female solo travel. So that's cool. Let's see, I only been to France. Okay, got you. Gotcha. Let's see. Yes, currently studying TEFL internationally. So I have some ideas. I do not have children, so I cannot give much input on schooling, except from listening to my brother teaching his son. Yeah, you know what? It's interesting. A friend of mine, he's so intelligent, a very loving father, but he is struggling when it comes to teaching his child, homeschooling his child. He said he doesn't have the patience for it. And for people like that, I don't know. I don't know. Me personally, I enjoy kind of helping my daughter. I mean, she's 16, so she's pretty self-sufficient and she's self-motivated too. And as a matter of fact, she prefers homeschooling to going and doing things in a classroom because the school that she goes to, the kids are pretty disruptive at times, and her grades have gone up. She's a good student anyway, but her grades have gone even higher since she's been homeschooling. So that's awesome. And then again, for me, I enjoy helping her with her homework. I think her dad, on the other hand, probably will be in the same category as my friend that kind of struggles with that. So David, I plan on visiting family in Wyoming and North Dakota. David, you're in Louisiana, right? I'm just wondering if we have folks on here from Louisiana and Texas. Let me see. For some reason, David, I thought you was from Louisiana. Oh, I pronounced your name right. Okay. Fifi Moise. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I know how it is to have your name mispronounced, so I try to get it right. Michael, I'm in Florida, the cruise capital. I heard that. I was looking at cruises out of Fort Lauderdale and Miami. So I'm looking forward to booking something. I just want to see like how the winter is going to go with this whole COVID stuff. Is there going to be a reemergence of it or not? But I'm kind of window shopping right now. A lot of great sales going on. I'm trying to go to Nairobi, but I will have to have a COVID test and self-quarantine when I get there. Yeah. Oh, you know what? That self-quarantine though can kind of eat into your vacation. I heard in some places the self-quarantine is like 7 days. Other places it's 14 days. My understanding is some airlines are requiring you to test 72 hours before the flight, at least 72 hours. So, I mean, it's kind of a lot to have to go through. So I won't lie, I traveled so much with Uncle Sam, an 8-hour car ride drives me. I can relate to that 8-hour car drive. Oh my gosh. Listen. So my daughter and I, we drove out to Seward and it takes about 4 hours to get there. And I'm really not built for that. I was exhausted when we got back because we went down, we spent maybe 3 hours and then drove back 4 hours. I don't know how you all do it down in the States. I mean, I talk to my parents every other week and they're on the road. It's crazy. But I guess when you're used to that, it doesn't bother you as much. But I can relate. I can relate. Let's see. You remind me of Holly Robinson, Terry Ellis from In Vogue. Oh my gosh, that is quite the compliment. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I would love to hit a cruise. I bet the prices will be amazing for next season. Let me tell you. So I was looking at the prices and most of the cruise lines are booking for 2021. And the prices, let me see, I think I was looking at a six nights travel, and it was about, I think the highest price I saw was maybe $597. I'm gonna have to go back and read that again because I was amazed. I'm like, there's no way it can be that inexpensive. So I need to look. I am definitely gonna book it. Let me see. Oh, thank you, David. I'm going to show that. David is showing some information to call in for American Cruise. Perfect. 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 Yes. Okay. So David, you're living in Louisiana, but visiting family in Denver. Okay, so you missed the whole hurricane that went through there. Oh my gosh, my heart really goes out to the people of Louisiana. That is horrible. I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine. My gosh. Okay, so for those of you who are interested, David included some information on American Cruise. And this video is being recorded. So I'll go ahead and post it up, including the chat as well. So, you know, if you don't have a pen handy or anything like that and can't write down the American Cruise phone number, you can go back and replay this video. Let's see, Michael, I've been on 5 cruises. You will love it. Oh my gosh. Where did you go? Where have you been, Michael? You are a traveling somebody. I love it. I love it. You know, last year I left Alaska, I want to say 8 or 9 times. 8 or 9 times. And it was fabulous. I loved it. You know, and I feel like for me, if I do decide to stay here, I will probably purchase a property somewhere that's warm so that I can kind of relocate during the colder months like January, February. But I love traveling. I can't wait to get back out there and start traveling again. I cannot wait until flight restrictions are lifted. So ready to possibly return stateside after 3 years in Brazil. Oh, wow. You know what? I would imagine Brazil would be kind of like heaven on earth, but I don't know. I don't know. You have to tell me. And is it okay for solo female travelers to go to Brazil? I'm curious about that too. Is anybody besides Michael Carson planning on coming to Alaska? Maybe this year or sometime next year, or maybe just one day? Is it on your bucket list now? Turning the tables on you. Oh, how do you choose where to travel? I love your spontaneity. You know what? And it's so funny for me. I can't, I have to be spontaneous about it. If I will talk myself out of a thing, right? So if an idea comes to mind to travel, and it could be anything, you know, I could watch maybe a YouTube video and then see an advertisement for what is the name of that one resort? I think it's called Sandals or something like that will pop up. Or I might see an advertisement for something on Facebook. And I'll say, that looks pretty cool. I'll do a little bit of research. And then almost immediately, if not that day, the following day, I just book the trip. And a lot of times what I want to do is see, is it okay for solo female travelers? Because my friends are awesome. They're great. They love Vegas. For me, I want to see something different. I want to do something different. So yeah, for me, it's not like I plan an entire lifetime to go to one particular place and then I go ahead and set it up. I do kind of have a bucket list, but a lot of times it's just kind of like a wild hair. I go ahead and book it and off we go. So I love it. It's been exciting. It's been exciting. I want to do a review on my solo travel experience in Thailand, where I spent 10 days, and then also in Greece. I would say out of the two, Thailand was my favorite. Greece was okay. I felt like it was beautiful. It was beautiful scenery, but I felt like the people there, their hospitality wasn't quite at the level of Thailand. And I think it may have had something to do with what was happening during that time, you know, with COVID spinning up and stuff like that. So I'd be willing to give it another shot. I really would. Okay. Bahamas 3 times, St. Thomas, St. Martin, Jamaica, Grand Cayman. Everybody's telling me I need to go to Jamaica. People keep telling me I need to go to Jamaica. So yeah, I think I'll definitely do that. Not sure when, but let's see. For the holidays, I'm coming to Anchorage because one, I can't cook. Tell the truth. And they be overfeeding me when I'm there. LOL. I heard that. I love that. That's what family's supposed to do when you come and visit. They're supposed to overfeed you and let you take a nap in peace. Let's see. Only Sao Paulo. Only, in my opinion, Rio is dangerous right now. Oh, is it? Okay. Okay. And I'm probably mispronouncing Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo. Okay, I'm going to look into that. I'll look that up. Let's see. My ultimate vacation is a world cruise, at least 30 to 45 days around the world. Oh my gosh. Wow. 30 to 45 days. You know what the great thing, and I have to remind myself, is you don't spend that entire time on the water. You know, you're going to different ports and stuff like that. Because I think I would go stir crazy if the entire time was like on the water. Because I like to get out and explore, you know. Let's see. The State Department has Brazil on level 4 travel advisory. Oh. So I forgot what the different levels meant. Is level 4 like critical, like stay away? I can't remember how that went. Let's see, David, I plan on visiting Alaska to see Juneau, Anchorage, and Barrow in the future. Perfect. You know what? I need to get over to Juneau. It is the state capital, and I've never been there. I heard the weather is pretty similar to Seattle, so I would love to experience that. Let's see. Fifi, yes. I'm hoping the summer of 2021 to visit Alaska. I'm telling you, if you're planning on visiting Alaska and if you want me to give you some advice, recommendations, I'll even make a video about it if you want. You know, just let me know, reach out. You know, you can leave a comment, or if you want to go to the website is a work in progress, just like my Instagram is a work in progress. For me, I've mostly been focusing on YouTube. I'm trying to get a lot more consistent. So bear with me there. But I do plan on, and just so you all know, since I have you on, probably November, December of this year, I'm going to give a lot more focus to my Instagram page and YouTube. So I may step away for a little bit, but I have videos lined up in the chamber so that, you know, they're scheduled so that there should be an upload at least once a week. That is my goal. That's my goal. So I need to build out those other platforms. Let's see. I fly to Jamaica also 3 years ago solo. Oh, wow. So how was Jamaica solo? I'd imagine for a man, you probably wouldn't have this, you know, concerns that, you know, female travelers would have traveling solo. But I don't know. Maybe. Okay, let's see. I have military family stationed at Elmendorf. I need to pop up on them and visit. Yes, do that pop up. You should. You should. Don't even let them know you're coming. Just kind of show up and say, hey, you know, even if you got to build a pallet on the floor, I'm here. Unless you like to stay in a hotel. Let's see. Go to the Turks and Caicos, also St. Lucia. Oh, yes. I heard about those too. I heard about those too. Gosh, I'm getting so many great ideas. Oh, this is beautiful. Let's see. Yes, please do. Thank you. All right, Fifi. I sure will. I sure will. You just let me know. David, I had 2 girlfriends, one from Juneau and one from Barrow. I met when their dads were here due to the oil industry. Oh, is that right? Okay, I know you're pretty familiar with Alaska, David. Yeah. David has some friends that are also YouTubers, so that's pretty cool. Okay. Let's see here. So what do you all think about I'm kind of changing up the format of my videos a little bit. So this last one I did, I put a little bit more, I don't know, I kind of felt like it was all over the place a little bit, but it did have a storyline, you know, showing you all the local seafood markets and stuff. Hopefully it wasn't overstimulation, because somebody made a comment. They said, usually your videos, you're in your car or in your home. And I'm like, I get outside, I go on hikes and all that kind of stuff too. But I just kind of wanted to mix it up. I'm still trying to figure out what I want the format to be for this channel. So it's kind of like a hodgepodge of different kinds of stuff. Let's see. I would absolutely enjoy Alaska. I have family in Elma, Washington. But if you're interested in more info on South America and or Brazil, Facebook at Alan Kingery. Okay. Okay. Perfect. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Alan. Let's see. I did an Airbnb, stayed with a total stranger, a lady. I had a great time. I only spent $157 for 5 days. Really? Was that up here, Michael? Let me see. What? Or was that in like Turks, Caicos, or Saint Lucia? Where did you find a deal? $157 for 5 days. That's amazing. And they have some pretty amazing. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Hi, Jay Jaron. I got distracted. They have some amazing Airbnbs up here too. I'm telling you. I mean, you can get some where you look directly out at the inlet. It's just so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Let's see. I love the seafood shopping video. Oh, good. Thank you, David. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm just mixing it up a little bit. You know, we'll see what works, what sticks. What about the real estate videos? I have 2 more. You know, like I said, I'm not an expert, but I thought it was a good idea to get people who are experts in that industry to kind of talk about the Alaska housing market. So hopefully those have been helpful too. Like I said, I only have 2 more left. And if I get more questions in, then I can set up some more interviews to cover that. Let's see, Michael, in Montego Bay. Oh, okay, got you. Wow, that's a really great deal. It's a really great deal. And what was the quality of the Airbnb? You know, I'm kind of particular. I don't know if you all remember that video where my daughter and I were in Greece and they tried to put us in that room that looked kind of scary. I was not having it. So so I need to, it would be good to know what the quality of the Airbnb was. I mean, $157 for 5 days is a great deal. Let me see. I enjoy all of your material. My favorite video was when you did the throwback to where you grew up. It was awesome. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Even my mom had to chime in on that one. You know, it was totally dedicated to my sister, you know, my sister who passed, and I wanted to remember her. It was the month of her birthday. And so it meant a lot to me to do that. So I'm really glad that you enjoyed that video. And it seems like quite a few other folks enjoyed it too. So thank you for that. Let's see, Michael, I love you showing us around. It is my pleasure. It really is. It really is. And you know what the great thing about it is that anybody who's lived in a place for a really long time, right? I would say 10 years plus, you kind of take for granted the area that you live in. But for me, it's kind of like I'm rediscovering Alaska. You know, it's almost like I'm being exposed and going to different areas that I've never been to or never thought to go to. You know, the route that I take every day, almost throughout the year, is like the same. So going around showing you all these different places is getting me outside of my comfort zone. So it's been a discovery for me. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. That's awesome. Okay, I think I have a couple more questions here. Oh yeah, okay, this one. What are some of the things you have learned about Alaska since watching this channel or other channels about Alaska that has surprised you? What are some things that has surprised you about Alaska? I'm wondering if one is that we don't live in igloos or that we don't have 24 hours of darkness in the wintertime. It kind of feels that way, but it's not. It's not like that. Have there been any surprises? Have you watched any videos and said, "Oh wow, really?" I mean, and the other one is that there are Black people in Alaska. There's all kinds of people in Alaska. It's very diverse. I think that's one thing that surprises people is the diversity of the people in Alaska, or at least in Anchorage. And let me, like I said, let me know if the music is too loud. I want to make sure you're able to hear me. Too bad you have a shellfish allergy. I would love to see you do a seafood mukbang. Girl, you would not want to see me do a seafood. Let me tell you, my level of smacking is disrespectful. So I don't think you want to see me do a mukbang, honestly. Let's see here. But I am going to do a cook with me video to show you all how I prepare some of the seafood dishes, some of my favorite seafood dishes. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I love going to the various fairs and festivals up to hours away usually, but COVID-19 prevented them this year. I know. I mean, we have the Alaska State Fair, which is normally a really big to do. People bring up artists from the lower 48, and it's a really good mix of artists that they bring up here too, but we can't have any of that this year. So sad. Let's see. It's almost like any other city. The diversity has really surprised me. I know, right? Yeah. Let me see. Jay Jaron, did you just pop in here? I don't remember if I greeted you. I've been just talking. Welcome. Welcome, Jay. Let me see. Varied perspectives. Let me see. I've learned that the Muldoon area has really blown up. Directly outside the Muldoon gate was a high school and a forest. Yeah, now it's a huge shopping center. I know when they put Takatnu over there, that was like a breath of fresh air because depending on when you lived here, how long ago, Northway Mall was probably the best area for folks who were in the military to go shopping, right outside the gate. But now that they have Takatnu over there, I mean, that is a cute little area. It is hopping. I love it. They have the movie theater over there. I mean, it could be date night central. It really could. It really could. I love it over there. And they did a great job. They did. I mean, they cut down quite a few trees, but, you know. Oh, I did, Jay? Okay, thank you. All right, let's see here. I never appreciated the variety of landscape there. Mountains, rivers. I know, right? Urban area, suburban, quaint village, all within short distance. I'm telling you. I mean, we are so fortunate to where we have the modern, the rustic, cute little, it's almost like a town. I just love the variety here. And I'm sure there are other places in the US that are like that, but yeah, I would really miss that about Alaska. I really would. Let's see. I only watch this channel. No need for me to go anywhere else. The diversity, and I asked for a plastic bag. You asked for a plastic bag at the food court. That's right. Oh, that's when I went on my little rant about the plastic bags and the paper straws. And I remember you left a comment that you asked someone at the food court for a plastic bag, and the lady was waiting for me to give her money. I know. They that kind of went out the window as soon as COVID hit. I mean, they didn't want you to bring your own bag because they didn't want to touch it. So they had the stock of all these plastic bags, and they would bag your groceries for you and wouldn't charge you for the bag. So I don't know. I don't know, but I probably should have warned you about that before you came up. Let's see, Ravina. I hate that Nordstrom Rack is no longer there. Last I heard. Well, Nordstrom Rack is still here. They closed down Nordstrom though. And I did a video on that. And it wasn't just about like buying clothes there. It was like an experience for me. It was part of my childhood and everything, going there with my mom and whatnot. Nordstrom Rack is okay. To me, it's I don't know, it's not at the same level though as Nordstrom. You know, you go in there, the people halfway want to help you. I hope no one who works at Nordstrom Rack is on this live, but I mean, really, the quality of customer service is not the same. So yeah, it's okay. Right. Yeah. I mean, and that's what, Nordstrom, someone from there wrote a whole book about customer service. I just like the shades. I just like the shades from Rack. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, they have some nice stuff in there. I just kind of feel like the staff and maybe I don't know. I don't know. It kind of seems like customer service is going out the window though a little bit at different types of stores. I don't know if anybody else feels that way where they live, but let me see. I think I have a couple more questions. Oh, I have a special treat for you all. So I want to try and do, you know what, Jay? I am about to talk about that right now. Jay says, so what do you have in store for us next? So I am gearing up to do another kind of spoof of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. So I'm going to put out, I only did one last year. So I'm thinking about doing maybe 2 or 3. And I'm also recruiting some people to help me out with that. So that should be really fun. So stay tuned for that. And then also I'll probably host a couple more lives like this. I'm thinking if I could do one maybe once a month to connect with you all, that would be really great. So, if that's something that you all would like to do, interact with me directly because I'm really enjoying this. Let me know if you want to give me a thumbs up in the comment to let me know if you would like another live next month. That would be awesome. Let's see here. So let's see. Yes, I agree with you. Oh yeah, about the customer service. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Any thoughts on some happy Alaska Girl merchandise? I wasn't going to say anything, but it's in the works. It's in the works. It's in the works. So I don't want to spill the beans just yet, but it's coming. It's coming. And what I want to do is make it to where it's appealing to men and women. You know what I mean? Because it says Happy Girl Alaska. I don't know how many guys would be, excited to purchase like a Happy Girl Alaska t-shirt or something like that. So I'm cooking up some things, reached out to some vendors and stuff. So it's coming very soon. And I would like to have something in place for the holidays. I want to do another giveaway. That's another thing. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see. Ravina, I'm reading your comment. Oh, wow. Yeah. So I want to have something in place. I want to do another giveaway. And Michael, I don't know if and I'm trying to remember the other person who won that last giveaway I had. I hope you received your merchandise. I put tracking information on there and it said that it was delivered. So I hope you received that. But I'm going to do another giveaway when I hit the next milestone I set was 2,500 subscribers. Right now, I think I'm at 2,220 or something like that. So when I get to 2,500, and I'm hoping that'll be before the end of the year, I want to do a giveaway. And what I'm hoping is that I'll be able to enter Happy Girl Alaska merchandise. So stay tuned for that. I'm super excited about that. So Ravina, you said you love Elvira. I love Elvira. I grew up watching her. Oh my gosh, she is just such a huge part of my childhood. My sisters and I would sit down, and I think it came on either every Saturday or every Sunday. But faithfully, we were in front of that television watching Movie Macabre, and I'm telling you, it was so awesome. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I see some thumbs up for the live. Okay, all right, you got it. You got it. Even if it's just 4 of us in here, we will have a live once a month. Let's see here. Yes, I got it. Thank you. Okay, cool. Excellent. All right. What else? What else? We have less than 10 minutes remaining. Anybody have any questions? No. I'm here. I'm here. Open book. Okay, I'm gonna look and see if I had any other questions lined up for you all. Let's see. Oh, okay. So let me see. Have you met the other YouTube Alaskan? Yes. Yes, I sure have. And you know what? I interact with a few YouTubers, because I think that we should support each other. Some people feel like it's maybe a competition, but I have an abundance mindset. I believe that I could do the same video as somebody else, but it'll be a totally different perspective. You know what I mean? And the state is so big, people's experiences are so different. We can just all share. I think we can help each other. I'm planning on doing some collaborations. That's another thing I have coming up. That might not happen this year, but I'm really shooting to do some collaborations next year with other YouTubers. So we'll see how that all pans out. Yeah. Yeah. And I've done a few shout outs on this channel of other YouTubers, other Alaskan YouTubers, because it's such a small community. There's not that many of us out there. So might as well get the word out. I would like to give back to the channel in any way you see fit. Just saying. Oh, that's so sweet. That's really cool. Okay. Oh, you know what? I am going to start posting my P.O. box in the description box so that if you all want to send something, you can do that. I was a little hesitant about putting a P.O. box out there, but I had a conversation with someone. They said, people, they probably really want to, even if they're just handwriting you a letter or what have you, give them that opportunity. So I'm going to do that. So in the next video, I will be including my P.O. box information in there. So yeah. Oh, thank you for that, Michael. You mentioned cooking earlier. What's your favorite dish to make? I mean, when you really put your foot in. Oh, let me tell you, I would say I make an amazing meatloaf with wasabi mashed potatoes and I call them my world famous sauteed green beans. That's all I'm going to say for now. I have some plans for Valentine's around that time of the year next year, where I might be sharing some of my man killer dishes. So we'll see. We shall see. I love to cook. I love to cook. I much rather cook than wash dishes. So if I could have somebody do the dishes for me, while I'm cooking or after I cook, that would be ideal. That would be perfect. Let's see. Oh yes, man killer dishes. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. When I put that video out, it'll be amazing. I'm telling you. Get ready. Get ready. I have a whole thing planned for Valentine's for February. I'm also going to do something for Black History too. So let's see. What's your view on dating there? Oh, Ravina, that video will be coming out very shortly. I'm working on that video right now. Talked about dating. What I will say is this, living in Alaska, the population is really small as it is, right? And I know that people have dating preferences and stuff like that. I would say for myself, dating is I think it's kind of tough everywhere. I talk to my friends that live in Seattle, and let's see, that live in San Antonio, that live in, what are some of the other places? My sister lives in Atlanta, and dating is just nowadays, it's hard to connect or to find somebody that you can really connect with, I feel. And so, I don't know. I think for me, like I said, I love meeting people, and it's always great when you can maybe connect with someone, but not necessarily on a romantic level. But I'm hopeful. I'm a hopeful romantic. I do go on dates here and there, but like I said, if I find the one, and I would say that we would have to be engaged before I bring him on the channel, because I'm just not trying to jinx anything. And I had a conversation with a guy, and he was like, "What do you mean he has to be on the channel?" Because I said he would have to do like a how we met or something like that, or at least I would like for him to. Um, they're like, "Well, you can't make him do anything and this and that." And I'm like, "Well, don't worry about it. It's not you." So that was kind of mean. I probably shouldn't have said that. But I will say this, the population of men, there's a lot more men here than there are women. So you can get a date. It's just the quality. What are you looking for? And I think vice versa too, because I've heard guys say, while there aren't as many women here, it's just the quality of the type of woman they're looking for. Maybe they haven't crossed paths with them just yet. So, but like I said, I'm hopeful. Ravina, I met my husband in Alaska, divorced him a month later. Whoa. Okay, see, we don't want to be in that situation, Yeah. Ha ha at washing dishes. Yeah. I'm not crazy about washing dishes. I'll do it, but I'll cook my behind off though. I will feed you. I will feed you. It's tough everywhere. Okay, so Jay Jaron, he co-signed that. It's tough everywhere, especially when you reach a certain age. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I feel like especially for the people that have never been married, by the time they reach a certain age, people kind of get stuck in their ways a little bit. So I totally get it. I get it. There it go. I agree with you. I feel what you want to say, but you holding back. Yes. I can read your mind. Yep. Yeah. All right. Varied perspectives. Connect. Well said. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the thing that attracts me the most is intelligence. I am really attracted to men who are, articulate, that they think for themselves, forward thinking. That to me is very attractive. Michael, that would be an honor to be next to you. Oh, thank you. All these compliments. Y'all showing me all this love. We're going to be on here for another hour. Shoot. Okay, let's see. I only got married because I was bored and needed an ego boost. Girl, I'm telling you that it's like that sometimes, right? It's like that sometimes. I mean, my thing has always been people get married for all different types of reasons, right? My question is, if you're still married, what is it that keeps you there? I think that's the secret sauce. That's what I want to know. What is it that keeps you there? Because we know no marriage is perfect, but what is it that's keeping you there? All right, you guys. Well, we are getting down to the wire. I have to run. I'm meeting up with some people today. So let me see here. I think security. Yeah, could be that too. All right. So I enjoyed all of you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I can't wait until we do the next one. Take care of yourselves. And again, if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.